Welcome back to Wolf of Asgard Hobbies. If you're a new viewer, welcome to Wolf of Asgard Hobbies. I am your host, Kyle, and today we'll be talking about the 1st Reconnaissance Battalion of the NCR Army, better known as 1st Recon. Here are your timestamps. Let's get to know the 1st Recon. The 1st Reconnaissance Battalion is a specialized sharpshooter skirmish battalion providing harassing fire and long-range target elimination. Working in spotter-sniper pairs such as Ten of Spades and Corporal Betsy, veterans summarize 1st Recon as a sniper battalion, drawing members from the NCR Army who demonstrated exceptional marksmanship. Transfer to 1st Recon is voluntary, but as incentive, transfer comes with a pay increase. The mission: 1 shot, 1 kill. The 1st Reconnaissance Battalion is one of the finest combat units in the New California Republic Army. The battalion's most noticeable deployment was during the Mojave Campaign in 2277 at Hoover Dam. During the Battle of Hoover Dam, 1st Recon harassed the Legion with small arms fire and eliminated officers with well-placed sniper fire. Outside of reconnaissance, harassing the enemy, and eliminating high-value targets, 1st Recon has the unfortunate duty of mercy missions. If any NCR military or any civilian is captured and rescue proves too costly in either manpower or resources, 1st Recon is charged with the duty of eliminating those captured to prevent further torture at enemy hands. These are last resort missions. 1st Recon's combat record does have a blemish though. In 2278, stationed at Bitter Springs along Coyote Trail Ridge, what is known as the Bitter Springs Massacre, Great Khan scouts spotted the main NCR force and began to evacuate their camp in Bitter Springs down into Coyote Trail Ridge and towards 1st Recon. There was a failure in communication. 1st Recon was ordered to fire until there was no more ammunition. The Great Khans fleeing into Coyote Trail Ridge were women, children, the sick, and those too wounded to fight. This event led to long-lasting trauma to all parties included. Many of 1st Recon left the military shortly after, such as Boone and Manny Vargas, and some members adopted the now orphaned children who survived the massacre, such as Major Daltrey, who adopted Great Khan orphan and survivor, Sergeant Bitterroot. Notable members of 1st Recon are Major Daltrey with special stats of 7 strength, 6 perception, 6 endurance, 6 charisma, 8 intelligence, 4 agility, 5 luck, 74 in melee skill, 74 in guns, and 74 in explosives. Lieutenant Gorovets, with the special stats of 6 strength, 9 perception, 6 endurance, 6 charisma, 8 intelligence, 5 luck, 5 agility. 81 in melee, 79 in guns, 77 in unarmed. Craig Boone, with the special stats of 7 strength, 9 perception, 5 endurance, 1 charisma, 3 intelligence, 7 agility, 6 luck, with a 50 to 100 in melee and 50 to 100 in sneak. Manny Vargas, with a special stat of 7 strength, 8 perception, 7 endurance, 2 charisma, 6 intelligence, 7 agility, 4 luck, 81 in melee, 79 in guns, 77 in unarmed. Sergeant Bitterroot, with the special stats of 7 strength, 8 perception, 7 endurance, 2 charisma, 6 intelligence, 7 in agility, 4 in luck, 79 in guns, 77 in unarmed. Corporal Betsy, with a special stat of 7 strength, 8 perception, 6 endurance, 4 charisma, 5 intelligence, 8 agility, 5 luck, with a 79 in guns, 77 in unarmed, and an 81 in melee. Former Ranger, now 1st Reconnaissance, Corporal Sterling, with a special stat of 5 strength, 8 perception, 6 endurance, 10 charisma, 6 intelligence, 7 agility, 6 luck, with 86 in explosives, 86 in guns, 86 in melee. 10 of spades, 5 strength, 10 perception, 4 endurance, 10 charisma, 6 intelligence, 7 agility, 8 luck, with an 81 in melee, 79 in guns, and 77 in unarmed. On average, a 1st Reconnaissance trooper can have the special stats of 7 strength, 8 perception, 6 endurance, 6 charisma, 6 intelligence, 7 agility, 5 luck, 81 in melee weapons, 79 in guns, and 77 in unarmed. Uniform for the 1st Recon is the standard NCR uniform. It is a khaki field jacket and khaki breeches with bellowed hip pockets, face wrap worn as a scarf, black leather fingerless gloves, brown combat boots with 4 canvas wraps to go around the wrists, along the palms, and up the arm to keep sand out of the sleeve, and around the ankle and up the calf to keep sand out of the pant leg. Traditional troopers also wear wraparound goggles and a plinth-style helmet. 1st Recon stands out with their red berets and battalion patch sewn on and worn above the left eye. Instead of goggles, 1st Recon wears patrol sunglasses. While 1st Recon does have 2 specialized armors, a minimalist survival armor and a heavier assault armor, they more commonly wear the standard NCR trooper armor with leather breastplate and with a steel insert inside. The patch is 2 cross rifles with a bear skull in front and underneath 1st Recon's motto, "The last thing you never see." 1st Recon's weapon of choice is a bolt-action hunting rifle chambered in .308, with some members spinning their own caps on purpose-built sniper rifles, either in the same caliber or larger ones. So I hope you enjoyed this video on 1st Recon. I had a lot of fun looking up the history about them. I had a lot of fun looking at their more notable characters and doing, average special stats, average skills. It was really fun to do because I noticed a lot in the gaming community, people will find or make mods that allow you to play as your favorite faction or character in other games, such as the Ranger from Fallout New Vegas. There are mods that help you play the Ranger for Fallout 4. And then there's Fudge Muppet, who does a great job of making this is your character in this world. This is what you can do to make it part of one of the in-game universe factions. Because I know in Fallout New Vegas, he had the Centurion build for those who liked Caesar's Legion. He also had the Ranger build for those who like the NCR. I think he also had heavy infantry build. He had the Great Khan build. And then for Fallout 4, there wasn't really a lot you could work with because they gave your character a backstory, unfortunately. He was, a soldier or a lawyer, depending on your character build. And then you're like, okay, she became a vigilante after the war. Or, he fell back on his military training and became a sniper or a heavy demolitions expert. And then he joined the Brotherhood of Steel, where he got more skills. And then you have modders who've introduced the Beast Hunter, who brings in Ranger armor. It's just a little more beat up. And then it still references Fallout New Vegas. So I think it'd be really neat if someone could do a Fallout 1st Reconnaissance build. Or, a Fallout 1st Reconnaissance mod. Because you can still take the special stats, you can still take the skills and apply to Fallout 4. It's just you're very limited on the clothing options. The closest I got to it on my playthrough was the Minutemen uniform, armored, the heavy leather chest piece, and then the sturdy leather arms, and then of course the military cap and patrol glasses. And then you would need 2 sets of hunting rifle, just long stock, long barrel, no sights, quick eject, medium mag. And then your next one would be the marksman stock, long barrel, compensator at the end, long range scope, still with the medium ejection mag. That way you have your closer long range weapon, and then you have your long range weapon. But I still think you would need like your primary fighting weapon, because a lot of Fallout 4 is close quarters combat. So you would need a combat rifle or assault rifle, which does make sense because I don't know what I was watching, but but this character in the show explained he has his sniper rifle for when he needs to do his job, and then he has his M4 for when he needs to get to work. And so that was the whole point. The M4 was to help him get to a high position or a good hiding spot, and then he'd put his M4 aside and grab his sniper rifle and then do his job. You know, I just thought it was fun. I was going to put in my couple cents about the weapon choices. I hope you enjoyed this as well, and until my next project, have a beautiful day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the like button. If you have any suggestions or criticisms, leave a comment. And if you want to stay tuned for my next project, don't forget to click that subscribe icon and ring that bell. So, until our next project, have a beautiful day.